Hi everyone, welcome to the CA Payment Security Community New Member Webcast. We're excited to launch this new community for our customers and to share with you all of the different features and functionality that will benefit you in engaging in the payment security community, as well as communicating with other customers and the payment security product team. My name is Kristen Malzone. I'm the lead community manager for the CA Payment Security community. I also work with some other communities on CA communities, like the CA Security community, the CA API Management community, and the CA Mobility community. So today we're just going to go over some basic concepts and principles of the community, as well as some introductory features and functionality. So this is what the CA Payment Security community looks like when you navigate to it. When you are not logged in, you'll see a blue bar there just below the red banner at the top of the screen that says log in to follow, share, and participate in this community. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you have any questions at all during this call, you can enter them in the chat or the Q&A window. Chris Stallone from the communities team is here with me, and he's happy to answer any questions while I'm presenting. So feel free to just enter those there, but we'll also open up the line at the end of the call for any questions that you might have. So like I said, the first thing you'll need to do to start engaging in the payment security community is to log in to CA communities. If you haven't created an account yet, you can create one after you click login. And you can activate your community account by using your CA.com login. We use the CA single sign-on product to sync all of those accounts together. So if you have a CA.com account, you also have a communities account, and you can just log in with those credentials. So if you don't have an account, like I said, you would just click register now over here. It just takes a couple minutes. All you need to provide is your name and your email address to get started. So I'm going to log in. So now you can see that blue login bar is disappeared, and now I can start engaging with content. So after you're logged in, you can start liking and commenting on content. But let me just give you a quick tour of the Payment Security Community Overview page. Over here, you have a brief description of CA communities, as well as links to my profile and Chris Stallone's profile. We both work on the CA communities team, and you can definitely follow us and connect with us and message us if you have any questions. And so you can just, I'll hover over both of our names here so you can see what we look like. Below that area, you'll see related links. So here are some links to some of the other communities that I manage, like the CA Security community. Products covered in that community are products like CA Single Sign-On, CA Identity Manager, CA Secure Cloud, CA Data Protection, and other security products. Also have a link here to the CA Mobility community, where you can connect with people about enterprise mobility management products, as well as mobile DevOps products like CA Mobile App Analytics. We actually have a free trial for that product right now, so if you go to that community, you'll see a link where you can sign up for a free trial of CA Mobile App Analytics. Also a link here to customer validation opportunities if you're interested in becoming more involved with our customer success team. Down here, you'll see a feed of unanswered questions. No questions have been asked in this community yet. It's a brand new community, so once questions start being asked here, you'll see them filter in here. And that's a good segue into the next area, which is where you would ask a question. So at the very top of the page, you'll see a call to action where it says Ask Payment Security. You can type in your question here, and I'll just do a test question right now. So what is the weather like in New York today? So whatever your question might be, you can type it right in there. You'll see that if your question has keywords in it that it looks similar to another question that's already been asked, that will populate right down here. So that way you'll be able to see if someone already asked that question, there might already be an answer to it, and then you can click right through to that question without asking it. But if your question hasn't been asked yet, then you would just click Ask It to ask that question, and it'll be posted to the community for someone from our team or maybe even another customer to answer. Below where you can ask a question, you'll see a featured video. So we'll change out the video in here occasionally. Right now we actually have a slide deck from CA World about zero-touch authentication and consumer trends that will transform the enterprise. This was presented by the General Manager of the Mobility and E-commerce team here at CA. And it's a great presentation if you want to click through and check it out. But like I said, we'll continue to update this area with new videos and slide decks. And then below that, you'll see a feed of the most recent activities. So you can see that I mentioned the payment security in a post in the security community. We did a community member spotlight on Mitchell from product marketing, so I'll click through to that just so you can see what that looks like. So basically once a month I choose a community member that's really active in the community, and we do a little feature on them just so you can get to know more about some of the people you're interacting with in this community. So feel free to read through the profile I did on Mitchell when you get a chance. Something in here about Pizookies, which are intriguing, so I would love to learn more about that. And then over on the right-hand side of the overview page, you'll see upcoming events. So obviously you'll see the event we're in right now up here at the top, which is the new member webcast. We're also going to be at the BAI Payments Connect forum, so you can click through to any of these events to get more information. But anytime we have a webcast, office hours, which are basically a 1-hour chat where you can join it's a live chat, so it's like joining a chat room with our product experts, and you can basically log in and ask questions and get live answers in office hours. Or anytime we're going to be at an upcoming event or conference, we'll include that here in the community. Below events, you'll see featured content, which shows some important documents that we've uploaded to the community. So here you'll see a white paper on 3D secure authentication using advanced models, as well as another solution brief on how do I balance robust security with a frictionless online shopping experience for cardholders. And we'll continue to add documents like these to the community so that you can discover new and useful content about payment security products. Below featured content, you'll see products covered. So we recently, within the past year, migrated to a new community platform for all of CA. So now we are actually running our communities on the Jive platform, which is the industry leader in communities. The way the Jive platform works is that each community has a set of categories. So we decided to set the categories in each community as the products covered in that community. So basically, anytime you post a piece of content or you're looking at a piece of content, you'll see which category it has been filed under, which means the product that it relates to. So make sure that when you're posting content, you select the category or the product that your content relates to. You can also click on any of these links to see all content filtered by latest activity that has been posted under that category. So let me click through to Transaction Manager so you can see what that looks like. So like I said, it's filtering by latest activity over here on the right, and this is all of the content that was categorized under CA Transaction Manager. And then you can, once you're over in the content area, you can navigate to other categories as well. And then under products covered on the overview page, you will see popular tags. So tags are another way, like categories, to give a little bit more information about what the content covers. And I'm sure you're all familiar with tags and hashtags and things like that in other social platforms. So if you want to, you can add tags to your content to make it more discoverable. and to help other users find it. All right. So let's head back on over to the Content tab. I'll show you all the different types of content that are available in the CA Payment Security community. So the first type of content we have are blog posts. Blog posts are used to share topic-driven content, opinion pieces about different hot topics in the payment security industry. I also use them to post the member spotlights, as well as something we call in the community What You May Have Missed, which is basically a monthly recap of all of the top content from the past month in that community. Documents are where we can post white papers and other PDF documents with information for our customers. You can also upload Word documents, PowerPoint presentations. Any type of document really can be uploaded as a file to the document section of the community. You can also create a document and use it as a collaborative document in the community. So if you want to create an original document and work on it with other community members, you can do that, and you can even set the permissions so that you can say which community members can contribute to that document. Discussions are where most of the activity will take place in the community because questions are considered to be discussions as a content type. So when you post a question, it'll be under the Discussions tab in Content. The questions that are unanswered will show up as a blue conversation bubble with a question mark in it. Discussions that have been answered will show up as a green conversation bubble with a check mark in it, and then just general discussion threads will show up just as a white conversation bubble as you see here. Next up we have polls. Occasionally we might post a poll to the payment security community when we're looking for quick feedback about something going on in the payment security world. So keep an eye on that. It's a great place for you to share your feedback with the payment security product team. Next is another very popular content area and one that is especially valuable to our customers, and that is ideas. So if you have an idea or an enhancement request for a payment security product, you would post it as an idea to the community. And then product management will be able to review that idea and mark it as under review, currently planned, not planned, delivered, or maybe wish listed. So this is where you can suggest ideas or features for upcoming releases of the payment security products that you are a customer of. This is the only place that you can do that now for all of CA Technologies products. So if you have an idea for any product from CA, you would post an idea to the community within that product's community. Next up we have videos, which is, like I showed you, we had the featured video on the overview page. Videos are either uploaded to the community or can be embedded by using the video URL. So we can post YouTube videos and Vimeo videos right within the community to be played without leaving the community. And lastly, we have events, which I already went over on the overview page. If you click through to an event, that you are planning on attending, you can RSVP to that event and then add it to your calendar. So let me go to the BAI Payments Connect event that Mitchell set up. Basically, it just explains what we're going to be doing at this forum in Phoenix the beginning of next month. And if you're planning on being there, you can click RSVP to this event, click yes, and then you can also add it to your calendar if you use Outlook or iCal. So let me go back. Again, if you have any questions at all during this presentation, feel free to ask them in the chat window or the Q&A window in WebEx. We'll also open up the line at the end of the call for live questions as well. But Chris Stallone is here with me to answer your questions in the chat window or Q&A window. Okay, so Now that we've gone through the payment security community and all of the different things that you can access here, I'm going to go a little bit higher level in the community just to show how CA Communities works overall. So let's go to the home page. Now by default, the home page will take you to the overview page, but you can change that like I did, and as you can just see, it didn't take me there right away. So the overview page is a place where we make company-wide announcements in the community. So for example, here's a link to a support survey that's happening right now about CA support offerings. We constantly change out the content in this banner feed, so keep an eye on that for new information. You'll also see a feed of the most recent blog posts in the community. A lot of our blog posts come from the water cooler. I definitely recommend following the water cooler. I'm going to click through to it real quick just so you can see what it looks like. But the water cooler, so here's the blog that Chris posted, but the water cooler is a CA community essentially. It is the water cooler. It's where everyone can go to talk about communities or anything CA related. It's an anything goes community for all CA customers, employees, and partners. So definitely recommend following it and just browsing through some of the content here to see what people are talking about. A lot of our most active community members are also active in the water cooler. So here you can find people to follow who are also CA customers and active community members. If you want to follow a user, you would simply just click on their name, which should take you to their profile, and then you can click follow to follow them. And then by default, it'll start following them in your connection stream, which is basically a feed of all of the people and places and content that you're connected to. But you can also choose to add them to a custom stream as well, which I'll get to in just a moment. Okay, so under the overview section of the of the home page, we have activity. So this is where you'll see all of your streams. Everyone has a connection stream by default. Like I said, it's where you'll see a feed of all of the content people, and places that you followed. But you can also organize the things you're following into different streams. So for example, I have a payment security stream here where I'm following only content in the payment security community. If you want to create a new stream, you would click down here, name your stream. So I'll say test stream. And then edit stream, and search for the people or communities that you want to be following in this stream. So say I wanted to create a stream of just the payment security community. I would type in payment security, and then click add. And as you can see, it's now over here in the left column. Hit done when I'm done. And now that test stream is following content in the payment security community. If you want to pin the most important stream here so that when you click on home, it takes you right to that stream, you would just click on that settings icon again and then click set as home. So now the next time I navigate away from home, so I'm just going to click elsewhere. And then when I go back to home, now it's bringing me right to that test stream that I just created because I pinned it as my home. On the home page, you'll also have access to your inbox. So any updates about content that you're connected to or participated in will be in here. If someone commented on something you also commented on, if there's an announcement in one of the communities you follow, if someone liked any of your content, so latest to claims is where that would fall under. You can see all of the people that have liked things that I've posted or commented on. Also, your connection updates fall into your inbox as well. It basically tells you when someone new is following you. And you can control email settings for those different types of notifications. I'll show you that in just a minute. All right, so if you come to the community, probably the first place that you'll want to go is to the Communities tab up here in the top gray navigation bar. And this is where you can see all of the different communities on CA Communities. By default, it will take you to all, but as you can see, I had following pinned. Like I just showed you on the Home tab, you can also pin one of these 6 different areas under your Communities tab. So if you want to pin it, so right now, by default, it would be under all. But if you want to pin it to only the communities that you're following, so the next time you navigate to the Communities tab, it takes you straight to the following stream. You would then pin following, and following is now your default filter under Communities. So let me just go over to all so you can see all of the communities we have in here. You'll see some private groups in here since I have admin level access to all of CA Communities, but the orange icons are all of our open communities for the most part. And these are all sorted right now by latest activity. So the latest activity in all of CA Communities happened here in this private group. Service operations was the next most recent activity in a community. But this is where you would search for a community if you're looking for one. So you can just type in payment security, and it'll take you to the payment security community, and then you would just click through to that. You can also look at content or people in the community if you just want to browse content anywhere on CA Communities or any of our members. So if you click on content, it'll take you to all content by default. And again, it'll show content filtered by latest activity. And you can go to the different content types. So I'm going to go over the ideas. So this was the most recently voted on idea in the CA PPM community, which is one of our most active communities. If you want to look at some of the other communities that we have here, I would definitely recommend looking at the PPM community, the security community, and the infrastructure management community. Those are some of our more mature communities that have been around for a long time and have lots of activity in them. Lots of cool stuff happening there, so definitely check it out. You can also go to the People tab, which shows you all people in the community filtered by latest activity. So this is the most recently active community member on CA Communities. And you can go through and click to their profiles. You can see how many points they have, and you can also follow them right from this window as well. So let me take you over into some of the settings areas. First, I'm going to go into the help section. So if you want to change your email address or your username on CA Communities, you would click on Help and then go to My Account. This will take you back to ca.com where you can change this information. So as you can see, it took me back to the ca.com update profile page, and you would just, all you need to worry about is this area up here that says ca.com and community access. Don't worry about everything down here. So you would click on Edit Profile, and that's where you can change your email address or your screen name. You would just change it and then hit Save when you're done. And then when you're done, it'll take you back to the communities. Another important thing to do is to edit your profile. So to edit your profile, you would click on the drop-down menu up here at the top where you can see your avatar. That might be something else by default. Usually it's like a little purplish, bluish human outline. So you would just click on that and then click on Edit Profile. So the first page in the Edit Profile area is your profile photos. So the first photo is your primary photo. So you can upload as many photos as you want, but just drag the photo that you want to be your primary photo to the first one to make it your profile photo or primary photo. You can also change your avatar. Here's the one I was talking about, the bluish, purplish human. You can change it to any of these avatars offered by Jive, or you can upload your own over here, and then just make sure you click Finish when you're done. You can also edit your profile by clicking on the Your Profile tab, which is where you can add information about yourself, where you're located. You can include your Facebook URL, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google ID, an alternate email if you want. And then the other area of the profile is the privacy. So you can control who can see what of your content in the community, very similar to the way Facebook functions. So every aspect of your profile, you can control who can see it. Click Save. Most of that, as you can see, is set to yourself, so only you by default. So this is what a community profile looks like. This is my profile. You can see how many points I've accumulated in the community based on my activity. You can see how many connections I've made, how many people I'm following, and how many people are following me. You can add your own skills and expertise, and then other people can endorse you for those skills and expertise, similar to LinkedIn. So as you can see, many of my colleagues have endorsed me as a wine snob. And then you can also see all of my recent activity as well as the communities that I'm most active in over here on the right. If you click into the Activity tab of anyone's profile, you'll be able to see all of their most recent activity. And then if you click on the Content tab, you can see all the content that they've created and participated in. So here, by default, it shows you the content that I've authored. So this is all content that I've created. And then participated shows content that I've either liked or commented on. Again, showing latest activity. If you click through to my points, you can see more details about how I've earned my points and all the different badges that I've earned in the community. So I'm at the aficionado level, which is 5,000 points and above. Next up is working towards my VIP status. And then and so on, you can work your way all the way up to a legend once you get 500,000 points. Has anyone reached legend status yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think our highest level reached so far is icon. Okay, so here you can see how I've earned my points. So for example, I contributed a piece of content to the CA security community and got 10 points for doing that. Here's another example. I tagged a piece of content, so I got 4 points for that. So every type of activity and everything you do in the community has a point attached to it, so the more you do, the more points you'll earn. You can also go over to the missions area under points to see how you can earn more points. So this shows all of the missions that I've completed. But as you can see, I've completed all of the missions. But it'll show you how close you are to completing that mission and how many points you'll earn once you complete it. Here you can see all the different badges that I've earned, and you can actually edit your me and 3. So whatever your 3 favorite badges are that you've earned, you can add to your me and 3, and it shows up on your profile when someone navigates to it. So if I want to change that out, I can X out of one of them and say, you know what, I want this badge here, which is the, let's see. So that was the, back for a second. That's the biggest fan badge. So I'll put that one there instead, and it saves that automatically, or automagically, like I like to say. So this is what the profile looks like, and these are how you can see someone's points, and their ranking in CA communities is here as well. So as you can see, I rank 14th in all of CA community members. All right, so next I will show you how to edit your email preferences, which are, again, you navigate to that avatar drop-down menu in the top gray navigation bar, and then you're going to click on Preferences. So here's where you can edit your email preferences. There are 3 different types of email preferences in your inbox. One is for things you've followed. So if you follow a piece of content, you'll get updates on it via email. Social activity directed at you, such as @mentioned shares and messages, you can turn on or off email notifications for those, as well as notifications about things like task connections and skill endorsements, which I have turned off. Moderation you won't see. Connection stream, so these are all, this is your main stream, and these are all the streams that you've created. So you can turn on or off email notifications for those streams. So basically, anytime something new is posted to one of the communities that you follow in that stream, you'll get an email. And then finally, there's something called a community digest, which you'll get by default. And you can change the email settings on the community digest here by either selecting once a week, twice a week, every day, or never. I have it selected to never because I'm in the community every day. You can also set your time zone here in preferences. So if for some reason your time zone seems to be inaccurate, you can change it here and then click Save. All right, next I want to show you how to create content. So you can create content two ways. From anywhere in the community, you can click on this little pencil icon, which is the Compose menu. Or if you're in the payment security community, you can click on Actions and post content there as well. But let's say that you are somewhere outside of the community and you want to post a piece of content to the payment security community. So say you're on the overview page. Okay, so you want to post an idea, which is all the way down here at the bottom under content. So basically you would just make a title for your idea. So test idea for test product. And then give a description about what your idea is and why you're asking for it in an upcoming release of your product. You want to go into a good amount of detail here because other community members can vote on your ideas, and the more votes that an idea gets, the more likely product management will review it and possibly include it in an upcoming release. So make sure you include enough information about your idea to encourage other community members to vote on it. So test description. And then, so down here, as you can see, I started creating this idea outside of the payment security community. If I was already navigated to the payment security community, it would be under In a Place by default, but since it's not, I'm going to have to add it. So it says enter the name of a place. I'm going to start typing payment security and then select that, and now you can see that it's being posted to the payment security community. So make sure that when you're posting content, any type of content, ideas, questions, discussions, documents, anything to the community, that you're posting it to the correctly intended place. So just make sure that In a Place is marked here and payment security is selected as the place where you are posting the content. You don't want to post something as hidden because that means only us as the site-wide admins can see it and not product management or any of the other different community admins we have. So don't post anything as hidden, and don't post anything to the CA community's community because that place is kind of just the abyss of CA communities. We try to monitor, that space and move content to where it's, necessary, but you definitely want to make sure that you're posting content to the correct place. You can post content to specific people if you want. So basically, if you want to start a private conversation with just a few community members, you can do that by selecting specific people. But if you're posting an idea, you definitely want to post it to a place. So I selected Payment Security Community. If you're concerned about the privacy of your company associated with the idea, you can actually create an idea as a guest user. So if you check that box, the author listed under the idea will show as anonymous. So you can post an idea anonymously to the community. But if you don't select that box, it will show your name and connect to your profile. Lastly, you can add, well not lastly, second to lastly, you can add some tags to your idea. So depending on what types of features or functionality or some things your idea relates to, you can add tags to the content. So say this idea has to do with integration with Google Maps, for example. You can type in Google Maps as a tag there. And then lastly, you want to select the category or product that the idea is associated with. So if this was an idea for Transaction Manager, I would click Transaction Manager and then publish. I'm not going to publish this idea right now, so I'm just going to hit cancel. But I'm going to go over to the payment security community. I'm going to go over to the security community so you can see what ideas look like in another community where they're already active. So I'll go over to content, and then I'll go over to ideas. So here you can see all ideas sorted by latest activity. I can sort by score. Actually, they are sorted by score right now. So the top two voted on ideas in the security community are right here. They've both received 33 votes. So let me just click through to one of them. So this idea was posted by Josh Kaufman, who works for a government organization in the United States. And it is a single sign-on idea, and this idea has been reviewed by product management and is now under review for consideration for the backlog. He added two tags here, one for SiteMinder, which is the old product name for this product, as well as the current product name or product category, which is single sign-on. As you can see, there's a little bit of a conversation here between the product manager and the customer. And then if you want to vote on an idea, you would just click vote up or vote down. So if you think an idea is a good idea, you click up. If you think it's a bad idea, you click down. And you can also see vote history over here on the right. So you can see all the people who have voted on this idea. All right. Let me go back to the payment security community. All right, now I'm going to open up the line for questions. So if you have a question, just hit #6 or *6 to unmute your line, and I'd be happy to answer that question for you at this time. All right, since there don't appear to be any questions right now, we'll go ahead and end this webcast. Thanks for joining today. We're going to post a recording of this webcast as a video to the payment security community. So you feel free to go back and watch this training over again. And feel free to comment on that video if you have any questions. And myself or Chris Stallone will be happy to answer any questions you have about the payment security community or CA communities overall. So thanks again for joining us today. It's been really great talking about communities. I could talk about it all day. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much. Bye.